Good morning, everyone, from Cairo. Day 2, Egyptian adventure. Today we are going to the city of Alexandria. And Alexandria is actually on the Mediterranean coast, at the very tip of Egypt. This is a city that was actually the capital of Egypt for many years and really has its presence around the year 336 BC, the time of the Roman Empire. There's a lot of prominence here because of Cleopatra and Julius Caesar, as well as Mark Antony, very famous stories about it. There's some great, amazing ruins that we're going to be able to check out today. One of the things that I wanted to see was the lighthouse, which is one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world. It's no longer there because it was destroyed thousands of years ago by an earthquake, and it's actually still in the sea. There's a citadel that's actually built on that area to commemorate it, but it's definitely, you can see it down in the sea, sitting there, the big giant stones, they crumbled, and just a lot of other things that we're going to be checking out. But definitely more of a Roman influence. So it's about a 3-hour drive one way. I have got my coffee going, and it's early, so we're going to head on out. Sherif is going to do the guiding again for us today. So that'll be very, very helpful. I want everybody to have a great day. Follow along. This is going to be very fun, and watch for a few movie references. Okay, we're in the catacombs here in Alexandria of Kom Shukafa, and as you can see, an amazing amount of artwork, carvings, actually referred to them as paintings, all through these catacombs here. And just incredible. This is probably about 2,300 years in the making. 2,300 years old. These were done. So got a lot more to see, and everything's going great. This is the Roman amphitheater in Alexandria, and we're going to take a look at some of these ruins that have been excavated. Pretty amazing. You can see, notice a lot of the Roman influence in the columns, and amphitheater style seating, all made of block. It's pretty impressive, actually. It's a beautiful day in Alexandria too. It's not too hot at all. There's a nice breeze. Interesting city. I didn't realize how big Alexandria is. It's 15 million people, and it's the second largest city in Egypt. It's also the second largest city in Africa, behind Cairo. But I didn't realize it was that big. 15 million people. That's an awful lot. So Sherif is going to take us around here a little bit and show us some of these things, and explain a lot of these columns. Very, very educational day today. It's all about history. Much of this history is about 2,300 to 2,500 years in the making. So it's a great day. Unbelievable what I've seen. But we're going to keep going. You got to check this out. So Sherif just showed me this particular area. We're in an amphitheater here, in this Roman amphitheater, and it's designed for the acoustics. So I'm just standing here. If I were to call out my name, I'll call out my name a couple times and it won't seem any different at all. But when I step on that stone and do exactly the same thing, you should hear my name echo. It's really cool. So, Paul, Paul, Paul. Okay, nothing spectacular, right? Now watch me step on this stone. Paul, Paul, Paul. Can you hear my voice echoing? Oh, that is so cool. I love it. So as part of the amphitheater here, you'll notice the change in the brick color. This red brick here, this is the symbolization of where the hot baths were. And the reason for that is that the red brick actually retained a lot of the heat that's generated underneath here, these huge fire pits. And so there's essentially 45 separate bath chambers here that were used by the university. And underneath down here is where they used to build these massive fires that would retain the heat, and red brick retains the heat much greater than a lot of the white stone here. But amazing amount of columns, as well as some granite work, and a lot of limestone and the red brick. This has been truly a fascinating experience here, and we've got more to see. We're here right now at one of the top attractions in the city of Alexandria, and it's the Citadel, but it actually is on the site that used to be the very, very famous ancient lighthouse of Alexandria. And in the 14th century, an earthquake destroyed the lighthouse, and the stones are actually in the bottom of the bay right here, the sea, and they erected the Citadel as commemorative of it. The lighthouse is actually one of the ancient wonders of the world, and the pyramids that we saw yesterday are the only ancient wonder of the world that is still standing. All the rest are no longer, but the lighthouse is one of them, and it is actually in the sea, but the Citadel is sort of a commemorative of the lighthouse at Alexandria. This is one of the very famous places to come see here. So it's been a great opportunity to check it out and see some of these places that I've actually read about, but now I've been to. Still more to come.
Go.
I'm about to cut the head off of this fish here. Where should I? Right here? Or?
Yeah.
There goes his head.
Okay.
All
now
right.
you have to use the knife to move the skin. Move the skin from. Yeah.
Okay. And then pull it apart?
Yeah.
Just like that?
Exactly. Perfect.
Okay. We'll give it a go.
Yeah. Well done.
All right.
Okay. Normally in Egypt here, we eat it by our hand. It's more etiquette using the knife or something like that.
I'll use this for the fried fish.
Yeah. This is octopus.
That's octopus?
Yeah.
Where's the tilapia? Right here?
Yeah. This one and this one.
That's tilapia?
Yeah. And this is the tilapia also. Yeah.
But this is
Yeah.
octopus?
This is called the calamari.
Oh, calamari?
Yeah.
Okay, squid.
Squid a little bit.
Okay.
White
This
fry.
is rice.
Yeah. We know it. I know this one.
I know that. And these are French fries.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh, this is great.
How's the food? You like it?
Good, good.
Okay.
Had baba ganoush
And the baba ganoush here.
and
Tahini.
tahini
Yeah.
and just
A
a regular
green salad
salad
there.
here. Green salad.
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Beats Burger King.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
This is Alexandria.
So this is a rest stop on the way back from Alexandria going to Cairo, and as you can see, it's really busy. Kind of an interesting thing here. I'm getting an Egyptian coffee. You pay for it, and you come over here and they make it, that sort of thing. But just kind of a typical rest stop, kind of like your old Howard Johnson's maybe, but with an Islamic and Egyptian flair. Cool. Good morning, everyone. Thursday morning here in Cairo, and it's my last day, but I got a full day planned here in Cairo. I'm going to be meeting Sherif in a little bit, and we're going to the Egyptian Museum. The Egyptian Museum is right now, it's in a process of being relocated out actually to the area that I'm close to near the pyramids called the Grand Egyptian Museum, but it's not quite ready yet. Some things have been moved, some haven't. But the original Egyptian Museum, before formerly known as the Cairo Museum, is still located in downtown Cairo, in that main central area there near Tahrir Square, and some of the other famous areas of the downtown. So we're going to be going there, check it out. Also, we're going to stop at the Kana Khalili Bazaar, which is the famous shopping area, market. Hopefully I'll do a little bit of souvenir shopping and get some of those things taken care of. And then I'll be back out to the hotel, pick up my stuff, and off to the airport because I am flying to the Red Sea tonight. So, but that's not till later. Do have a full day. Looking forward to actually getting to check out the downtown area and do a little bit of shopping. And then we're going to continue on. So, more to come. So one thing that I promised myself on this trip was that I was going to try a lot more of the local foods. And up till now, I've actually done pretty good, more than most trips that I take. Yesterday I tried baba ganoush, and while I've tried hummus before, it's never been a particularly favorite of mine. This morning's for breakfast, we've got something called Egyptian shukra, and let's take a look at it. Thank goodness for naan, for sure. So this would appear to be some sort of an egg-based concept. Now, for any of you who know me, eggs in their pure form do not agree with me, and I just normally don't eat them. But we're gonna give it a go and see what we come up with. So I'm gonna dive right in and let's give it a try. You know what? I got to admit, this is not bad at all. It actually sort of tastes like a batter flavoring that you would use egg in it, but that you would coat something else in. One thing I'm thinking of is like a chicken romano or something like that. The coating. It's actually quite good, but I can't seem to get rid of the Western idea of creating the traditional, as we know, sandwich. So I take some naan, add in a little bit of this, toss in what appears to be a little bit of goat cheese or feta cheese. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. Put that in, toss a little bit of meat into that, just fold that over, and then this little bean type dipping sauce here, and here you go. And it's really good. Definitely well worth trying. Hey, we are inside an unair-conditioned Egyptian museum, and Sherif was just explaining the whole mummification process to me. Pretty amazing how they do it and the extensive work that went into this, but mostly it's about how they actually prevented the air from getting into these coffins and actually deteriorating the bodies. So the oldest mummy or mummification on record right now is about 4,600 years. And you can see some of the intricacies and the detailed work of these coffins. Amazing, but more to come. Right behind me in that window is the tools that were used for mummification process, and unfortunately it's blocked off so we can't get to see it. I was able to zoom in a little bit. You probably can see them, but you may not get a real good detail of it. But that's what they used to use for the mummification process. 2 processes to remove the organs, and then also to actually remove the brain from the dead body.
Thought he'd see people stand in line to see the boy king. How'd you get so funky? Did you do the monkey? Born in Arizona, moved to Babylonia. Now if I'd known they'd line up just to see him, I'd taken all my money and bought me a museum. He's my favorite honky. Born in Arizona, moved to Babylonia. Dancing by the night, the ladies love the style. Rockin' for the mile. He ate a crocodile. His life for tourism. Golden idols. He's an Egyptian. They're selling you. Got a condo made of stoner.
This stone tablet here has the only recorded recognition of Israel. Right down here towards the bottom is the only mention of the term Israel in all of Egypt. Pretty cool. It's a bluish gray man with a strange looking goatee. I'm guessing that's significant.
It's a big, bluish green man with a strange looking goatee. I'm guessing that's significant.
Okay, so if you picked up on my previous clip where I made the reference to the movie National Treasure, I just discovered by Sherif that this shot right here was the filming of the very end when they discovered the treasure, supposedly in New York City. This was filmed right here in this room, using this with all the treasures that were there. Some of them were covered up with sheets, others were left open, but they actually did the filming here. Apparently Nicolas Cage couldn't be bothered to show up for that, but I thought that was pretty cool. So part of National Treasure was actually filmed right here in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo.
So we just entered the Kanakalili Bazaar, and it's a huge marketplace here. That's outside of downtown Cairo. Just everything from souvenirs, processes, special clothings, that sort of thing. Yeah, carpeting, everything. So I'll just let you have a look at all this.